Hey, y'all, this is freaking Wall Dog. Uh, what a night. Um, for some reason, I think I sound Australian, like an Aussie. What a night. Crocodiles. Crocodiles in the river and the water. Water's coming down. What a night. An Aussie. My best, my best Aussie impression. I should move to Australia. Imagine it wouldn't be too different than being in the South, besides the weather. Oi, oi, oi. What a night. What an Aussie. Oi. I don't really feel like I slept. I feel like I definitely did sleep, but I feel like I definitely did sleep because I'm feeling better. But oh my gosh, I played guitar last night. Played guitar took a lot out of me emotionally. I was all emotional. I know I'm stressed out when I'm concerned about how clean it is in my apartment. Although that's a good thing. That means I'm feeling better if I want to clean. Oi, nothing like a. It's like my. I sound like a. I sound like a. Trying to think. Like my Spanish accent comes out a little bit. I'll speak all my 5 words of Spanish. I know 5 words. It's funny because I heard I heard my mother's voice. Again, I'm talking to my mom, or messaging my mom, and she I actually used her kind of her accent when I was speaking to over the phone when I was speaking to the food stamps person. Well, it wasn't a food stamps person; it was an unemployment person. So it was like kind of like a Spanish accent when I was because I was the person was being real southern. Like the lady, like you can't, like the ladies, you could tell the lady's real nice. She's talking like doodle 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 doodle, and I'm over the phone. I'm like, whoa whoa whoa. Like she's being very direct and like and I'm like in my mind I'm like, okay, well, if she's gonna be really direct, I'm gonna be very uh cause I'm trying to we're literally working together at one point because she's helping me fill out an application again because I had to resubmit my application. I didn't know that she was going to actually do the whole thing for me. I didn't. She was like, "You want me to reopen your claim?" And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, on my claim." And she's like, all right, tell me, and I'm like, so okay, if we're gonna work together, you're gonna be very direct and forward. I'm gonna be very Spanish, and to balance out this conversation, because for whatever reason, my mind, in my Spanish heart, I was like, well, if one person is direct, the other person is going to be kind of, you know what I mean? Anyways, I was like, I want this person to like me. I want this to go smoothly. I don't want, who I don't know what's going on. I don't want this person to just be mad at me. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm definitely not aggressive at all. If I'm working with someone, especially on top of everything, so I better not use my Australian accent. But now I want to work on my Australian accent. I want to watch some Australian videos so I can practice because I feel like there's a time and place for it. Like, oi, I'm listening to what you're saying. You're speaking very quickly. You sound very, very aggressive, but I know you're really, really nice. I'm over here just trying my best. This is unemployment. But I definitely do want to work on my accents because it's gonna be pretty fun. I was watching the other night when I was hanging out with my grandparents and being a. Speaking of which, smoking again, so I'm feeling a lot better. Obviously, look at me. But I was with my grandparents, and one of the reasons why I started smoking again because I started to be. You ever see the vampires in the movies when they're not nice? You ever see the kind of vampires that are like, okay, let's take a vote. Like when a group of people get together on an island or something, they're like, let's decide who we're gonna vote off the island. We only have so much food here. We only have so much food, resources. Look at that guy over there. And there's like a group of women. They're like, ah, no, he's great. But all the guys are like, nah. And then some of the women are like, well, you're right. That guy doesn't even look like he's human. I mean, if we're gonna survive on an island, let's make sure that we're surviving. The humans survive. We can all agree upon that. Everything that's non-human, like that freaky lizard, like alien monstrosity that's twitching around and it looks like he's got. Yeah, like it was not good. I was starting to be like I've had a few people make some comments about me being an alien looking person or whatever. And I was definitely like not. I was not having fun. So I was watching this movie, and there's my grandparents looking like, and I was like acting like a, just not feeling good to that point. And it was a movie about not Australian people, but people from London. The whole movie's about people from just it was so English. I think is the right terminology. And I'm trying to think of my my. Uh, I'm trying to think. I was actually working on my freaking accent a little bit while I was watching the movie. I don't know why this is important, but it is. I'm trying to think. That guy over there is a real tosser. Oh, that guy over there's a real tosser. I'm trying to think of some other words. A real wanker. A wanker tosser over there. Oh, you think we'll listen to. In my mind, it sounds very Australian, but they're very different. I wish I had the comedic, the comedy. I wish I had the comedic timing to where I'm speaking to the very, very Dothan, Alabama, southern sounding ski lad lady. And I start saying, oi, little toss over there trying to be a wanker. But not say that because those are bad words, right? But What a great opportunity. What a because I feel like a Southern person speaking to one of those accents or whatever person with that accent would get they would get along extra well. Like I'm not trying to be weird or anything, but or mean, but or make any over the top generalizations. Like I said, I know that lady was real nice. I just feel like the ability to communicate would work out really well because you got one person over here, I don't want to be I don't want to make any brash. I think that's the word. I don't want to make any brash assumptions, but if you got one person being really forward and direct, that means, and or if you ever you ever seen two people who are real shy and are neither of them are direct, and a conversation just takes like an extra 15 minutes. Uh, I don't know, but I don't think I've ever experienced. I'm sure it exists. Like I'm sure it's a thing. Like here in the South, I'm sure there's a way of speaking that is very uh, non-direct, but I've never heard it before. I'm trying to imagine. I would really enjoy speaking to that person and learning about that accent or that way of speaking. But I really do enjoy my ski lad loot lad lead lad lead lad ski lad loot. I said yes, yes I do. Yes to that question that you just told me. Ski lad loot 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 loot. Yes, that is a yes. No, that is a no. I think the person was actually being like not trying to be uh, a jerk to me or whatever. Like, but at one point the person was speaking so quickly, and the person didn't seem like they were getting frustrated. They were just that's just how they are, you know. But the speed of the words from this person's mouth. The person said about 15 to 20 words in 5 seconds. And there's a couple times where I had to speak like I was imagining I was a foreigner in a foreign country who didn't know the language. I said, can you say that? Can you please say that slower? Say it slower, please. And then the person on the other line was like, yes, skeetaladdle loodle loo, skeetaladdle loodle lee. I said, oh yes, that answer, yes, yes, I've been there before. Or, yes, I've done that. So I'm gonna get going. Hope y'all have a good day. All right, bye.